Today we will see a tutorial about the routing and about the guard. First, the routing, what is this and why we are using that. Let me explain. When I go to the internet, I go to the browser and I write the URL here, just in the top. But when you click on a link, you can see you have another routing here. So this is what we will do today. We will redirect to another page. But in Angular, it's a single page, so don't forget that. So this is not the same concept. When you render all the DOM from the Angular, you have a single page. It means when there is a component or something new, it will be refreshed on the same page and it will change the DOM. Let me explain a little bit here so we can see better. Okay, I will show you the DOM here for the element that we see on the page. This is an example so you can better understand. We have each node of the HTML, and as you can see, when I click on the URL, it doesn't redirect to a new page. It's always the same page, but it will change the content with the component that we are changing. I go again here. As you can see, it's only the content that is changing there that is refresh. So it's not all the page. So this is really fabulous with Angular. You don't need to reload all the application, and it's only some part that you reload. So this is a concept that you want and you must understand. So you can see like it's a box and you refresh sometimes some content there. So this is an example what you must see, and it's abstract, so you will not see concretely. But your single page, it's the red part, and after you have the header, for example, and you have a content. So it means when every time, for example, you click on some link in the header, it will refresh the content, except if it's the same component that you are refreshing, it will refresh nothing. So this is one of the huge benefits of Angular, and also you can imagine you can do that in the same component, the same things also. If you, for example, you have a click on the button and you have some part to change, it will refresh only the part changing. So this is really important. So this is the reason you have the routing here in Angular. And we are using that because there is no, if you do a redirection to a page, you must tell this is the component that you want to replace in the content. And we will do that by the redirecting and with the routing. The first thing that we will do, we will create a welcome page and also a login page. So first, I will generate the component for the welcome page. You right click here and you do the component. You can also do with the command line with the ng-gc and the name of the component that you want to generate. Yeah, so don't forget it. Okay, we will go for welcome. And we have the welcome component. Don't forget to use the app module to make the declaration here about your welcome component. This is really important. Okay. To test it, I will just display it in the app component here just to see if everything is okay. As you can see, it's okay. I will do exactly the same for the login page. So I go there, right click, Angular generator, component, and it will be the login page. Okay, seems really good. Don't forget, you can create other module and you can put the login in this module. But we will not cover that here. We will just keep that simple for the moment. Okay, we need to do exactly the same. We must declare inside the app module the login page here. Okay, seems really good. And after we can test it. If it's okay, we will do like here. Okay, it works also. Seems good. The first thing I needed to do in the module, it will be in the app module here, I will create the route here. So we will do like this, route, and after you can take the router here. And after we must declare it, the route that we need here. What we need to do, we need to also to import the router module. It will be really important. And we will start for the forward option. And we can pass the routes that we have here. We can do also the exports for the router module here. Okay, just put the routes and not the router here, and it will work fine. And after we will declare the path that we need. So we have the welcome component and also the login component. This is for the redirection, and it's the component that we will show in the container here. Okay, we start with the app component HTML, so it will be the entry point, and we need to declare the router outlet. What does it mean? When you do the redirection, it will change the part here. You can see like a container, and after it will replace the container by the component that you have choose. So remember, we have two routes. So if you do welcome, it will redirect to the welcome page. So there is no welcome page, it's just the same app page that you have, but it will replace the content below by the welcome component. It will be exactly the same for the login. As you can see, it works. It seems really good. So don't forget to organize your application with structured routing. This is really important. So if you go to your module, you just declare the route that you need. So this is what we do. If you have another module, you do exactly the same for the routing. So there can be a communication between modules about the route. But we will keep that simple for the tutorial here. It's just a routing about the same module here. Okay, and don't forget, if you have some guard also that we will see later, don't forget to also use that in the other module, because you must put the protection also for other components. But we will talk that subject later. So as you can see, we have a two page. This seems really good. We have the welcome and the login page. Okay, we can go further. What I want, if the user puts no route, like here, it will be the main. I don't want that he said nothing, like here, but he will put the welcome by default of something to introduce. So if the user put nothing, we will put the welcome here. So what I will do like this, the path with nothing and the redirect to the welcome. Don't forget to declare before, because if it's after, you will have a problem. And the batch match full here. I have tried, it works also if you put that below, but for the consistency, I prefer that you put that in the first. So the more specific and the most general below. This is the same for the exception. If you are programming, this is also what you need to do. We will create a page not found just to say that the user, the page doesn't exist, of the routing doesn't exist. How I do that? I just create a new component here, and it will be the page 404. Okay, seems really good. And we go here, and we do the redirection in case if the page is not found. How I do that? I will use the wildcard symbol here, so it will be the 2 asterisks, and after the component. So put that in the last, and really in the last position. So for example, if I put welcome 5, I know it doesn't exist, so it must redirect to the page 404, like here. Seems really good. So you see some basic stuff here for the routing. Okay, we can go a little bit further with that. Let me introduce a little bit of Bootstrap here. So we go to the index here, and I will declare some library that we can use for the Bootstrap. This is online, so it means that you must be connected to see that with the CDN. If you don't want to do that, you can do also a step-by-step procedure to import the Bootstrap and also to use that, but this is not a cover in this tutorial, but it's possible also. I can see it works directly because I see by the look and feel here. But don't be confined with that. I recommend, if you are not sure that it's okay, to do a right click and after to do an inspect on this. After, you can go to the network. This is really important. And when you go to the network, you can see directly if the library is loaded or not. So if I refresh the page here, normally you can see what we are charging. Here there is the Bootstrap, like you can see the Bootstrap bundle, it's charging. So this is really important to know, because if you have any issue, you will see that directly here in the network, it's not loading, or if you have an error in the console log about something wrong also. Also the priority, you put first the CSS and after the JavaScript library. Don't forget there is always an order with the library and don't confuse with them. Okay, I really want to go quick, so I will just create a header from Bootstrap. So what we do, we generate that, right click, and we create a new component with a header. It will be something really simple here. Okay, it will give me a change to use also the routing. I go to the Bootstrap website and I'm searching for the navbar, as you can see. And after, when you have in the right section, we can copy also what we need from that. So I go to the navbar, and as you can see, you have some example. You have the same theme also with the black theme or the dark theme. This is also adjustable if you put the BG with the dark and every parameter with dark. So this is possible also. This example is later if you follow the steps here. As you can see here, you have the BG dark. Seems really good. But we will keep that simple. We will just take the first one here. So the goal is not to cover all the steps from Bootstrap, but just to use a navbar here. I copy that with the button here, and we can paste that in the code. Okay, two things to notice. I have copied the code in the header. Also, I remove LG from the example. And when you go to the app module, I have declared, of course, the header, because if you don't do that, you will not see nothing here. Also, we will keep that simple. We have for the moment just two things, the welcome and the login page. So for the tutorial here, we will just put the welcome here, and we will duplicate that to a second page that we will create also. Okay, for the rest you can remove, it's not needed here. So we can remove all the stuff that we don't need. I will do something different because we are already ready for the welcome page below. So I will do the first page. I will just create a two page. So it's what I will do now. So I will create two components, first page and second page. Okay, I have created two components, as you can already know, with the Angular generator with the component. And we have the first page and the second page. After I have put the routing here for the first and the second. What we will do, we go to the header and we will redirect to this component here. Okay, we have the two items for the menu. I just click on the first page and it will be redirect the component to the first page and the second page. As you can see, it works. How I do that, I just put on the link here, the router link. This is in bracket, as you can see, and after you put the parameter here. So when you have a parenthesis, you wait for a method, and when it's bracket, it's for a variable. So this is an array here, so as you can see. Yeah, this is really important. And when you have the two-way binding, you have a bracket and parenthesis. We call that the banana box. So you will see when there is a variable, it's really easy how we can do that. If you change, for example, something in the input, it will be really good. Let me just to introduce that quickly. So I have created a variable just in the TypeScript for the first page, my test, and there will be a string, so we can read that. So what we will do, we just do a two-way binding here. Okay, for the two-way binding, you just put in gmodel after you put the bracket and the parentheses for the input, for example. So it means that you can read and write something. So this is the banana box. As you can see, the my test is binding. So when I will change that, it will change automatically, as you can see, the variable here. Okay, but this is not the topics that we cover, but don't forget, this is really important. And when you go to the module here, don't forget to do the declaration of the first page component and the second page component, because you will not have access to the forms module, because if you use the ng model, it's coming from the forms module. So this is really important. Okay, this is sounds good. As you can see, we have the routing, it's working, and we will do just to go for the welcome page here, the routing here. So I will copy the router link for the welcome here. So this is for the navbar. Most of the common websites have that. When you click on the logo, it goes back to the welcome page. So we can test it if it's okay. So I go here, I go there, and it goes back to the welcome. This seems really good. So you see the basic of the routing here. So we have covered that, so don't worry, we go further. Now we will see another topic, really interesting. It's about the guard. What is a guard? The guard is someone who's protecting the page. So you can see like this nice lady here, she's protect you. So this is the guard. So you will be not authorized if you try to access to something, because the guard will take care of that. This is something like you delegate the responsibility to check if someone can enter or not. For example, you are at the concert, you don't have the ticket, so there is a guard at the entry, and if you don't give the ticket, it will be refused. It's exactly the same here. So we can see that like a protection. Okay, we will create a secret page here. Okay, I have created the secret page. As you know, it's already ngGC for the component. And I have created this component. Don't forget to declare that in the app module. It's exactly what we do. After I have put that in the menu, so I go to the header, I put the secret page for the routing. So when I click here, I have access. So this is not really secret, as you can see. What we want to do, if someone goes there, we want to prevent that is authorized or not authorized. So we will do that here. So what I will do, I will generate the guard here. Under name, we can see check secret. This guard is for to see if you can access or not. Okay, what I will do, it's really simple. You have multiple things. It seems, oh, what is this? But you can also use the guard for something asynchronous, also for an observable. But we will not cover that here. We just keep that simple. We just see is authorized or not. What I will do, to better understand, when you have the routing, we will apply the guide. So when I'm here, I have the secret page. It's only authorized if you have the permission. So what I do, I go to the routing, I put the can activate, and you can put the guard here. You can use multiple guard, but be aware there is an order, and also it can be checked in the same time. So if you do that, be sure that it's working correctly. We can check, we go to the secret, and we go here. Okay, don't forget to check the console also, because if we have any issue, we will not see anything. When you have create also the guard, don't forget to put the provider and the name of the guard. Okay, so when we click here, we can see the secret works is there. Now what I will do, I will just put that to false, and we can see what happens. I go here, and I cannot click on the secret. It's impossible. Okay. So the guard is triggered, you are not authorized. Okay, we will do something just for your better understanding. In the second page, we will put a code, we will put a session variable, and by the guard, we will check this session variable. Okay, we can do that. I go to the second page, I will do an input here. Okay, on the second page, I have created an input. And I have put the banana box, as you already know. Don't forget to put in the app module, of course, the declaration of the second page. I will show that again here. So you will see the declaration of the second page. And after here, we have a button. I've put the primary here. So we will cover that in another tutorial, but just for your information, you can go to Bootstrap and you can see you have some button, and we have applied the button and after the button primary. So this is really simple here. Okay, what we can do, we can type a secret here. So we will expect, for example, we have 5,000 and it's okay. So 5000, and it will be okay for the secret. So the user can enter that, we'll write something else, and you can go for go here. Okay. So as you already know, you can put a max length also on the input. So we can put 4 here if you have a DJ code. So as you can see, it's limited. Okay. When you go to the go, we will put something in the session here. Okay, I use the JavaScript with the session storage. I put a name for the key, and I will keep get the value here. So we set the value in the second parameter. It will be the mSecret, as you can see. So I go here, I put a number, I don't know, this number for example, and we can check where is it in the browser. So you can do a right click on your page, and you could do an inspect. Okay, After you can go to the security. Sorry, you go to the application, and after you can see what you have in the local, the session in the local. We have put the value in the session, so I go here, and we will see the value that we have indicated here. So if you go here, you can see I have put the value here. So now I will put another value. For example, we can click on go, and you can see it's changing here. So this is perfect. So you can check it by yourself. It's correctly done. Now we will use that for the card. Okay, in the guard, what you do, you take back the value from the session storage about my secret, because it's the key name, and we want the value. So if you do get item, you will have the value of this key. And we will just put in the console log for the moment. So if I put, for example, I don't know, these things, I go to go, I go to the secret. As you can see, I have retrieved this value. Seems good. Now we can check if you are authorized or not. What we'll do, it will be really simple. So we return if the secret equal something like, because this is the text, so don't forget, if you want to use that like a number, you can convert that to a number. This seems really good. Okay, if the number is 5,000, it's just an example, it will be authorized. So for example, I go here, I put this number here, and I go to the secret, I'm not authorized. But now, if I go and I put the correct number, I go to the secret, you can see the secret page. So this is really powerful that you can do. As you can see, just a little bit tips. I have put the casting to a number with the plus, but this is just a small tutorial just to be really easy. So don't forget to check if you have not something undefined or not new, because it can give you an issue here. If you don't need an observable of a promise, you can remove all the stuff that you don't need, because it's just a template that it will be realized here. We don't need all this stuff, so I can remove all that I don't need here. Okay, seems really good. So I go here and I put another number and I go to the secret, it's not authorized. Now I go back, I put here and I go to the secret and it's authorized. Okay, this seems good. And don't forget to remove unused library. It will be in gray light. So this is the best practice also to clean a little bit the code. If you have a return of a true or false, don't need to do something like here, because I see a lot of developers to do that. It's not needed, because it's already true or false, so it will be exactly the same thing. This seems really good. So you have seen some basic things about the routing and the guard. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and see you for next tutorial. Bye.